Hi, this is Sowmyan again. Welcome to my Japanese lesson number 46. This is the third lesson on particles. The focus on particles started in lesson number 44. In this lesson, we will cover the occurrence of particle mo. In lessons 44 and 45, we discussed the application of particles wa and ga. The third subject marker particle is mo. There is yet another word mo with a long sound. That means already. It is written with a bar on top of the letter O in Romaji. This long sounding word is not a subject marker particle. The meaning of this particle is to or also. This is the meaning for the subject marker mo. Consider the structure A va B thus. This means A is equal to B or A is equivalent to B, A is identified B, etc. C mo B thus. This means C is also equivalent to B. You identified A and said it is characterized by B or equivalent to B. Then you followed it to another statement where the subject is C and this is also identified by the same B. In this kind of context, mo replaces va. Let us look at some examples now. Yamada-san wa sensei desu. Suzuki-san mo sensei desu. In the second sentence, mo replaces wa. The sentence structure is otherwise exactly alike. However, it is easy to see that the attribute B has to be common to both A and C for the second sentence to use mo. Here, sensei is common while the subjects varied. Let us look at some negative context. Paulo-san wa isha desu. Isha is a doctor. Dr. Paulo is a doctor. Gaya-san mo isha desu ka? Is Mrs. Gaya also a doctor? Is Mrs. Gaya a doctor too? This is a question sentence. Mo appears here when it follows the first statement that says Paulo is a doctor. Otherwise, you cannot use mo. Hi, Gaya-san mo isha desu. This is a positive expression. The question used mo. There was a precedent of identifying another person as a doctor. So, the affirmative response also uses mo. Remember, the hi or ye at the beginning of the sentence is to agree or disagree with the statement made by the person who put the question. Since this repeats part of the question again, it is more common to hear the response, hi, so this. If the response is negative, you may say, Ie, Gaya-san wa isha de wa arimasen. Please note, we did not use mo here. We used wa. In negative responses, mo is not used. As you can appreciate, in English also, the words to and also are used in the positive responses. As discussed, it is common to respond with Ie, so de wa arimasen. However, if we are to elaborate, you should not use mo. So, the takeout is, when mo was used with a question, the response uses mo for an affirmative answer, but for a negative answer, mo is not used, wa is used. The subject may also be omitted when it is clearly understood. This slide is about using mo in negative sentences. In the previous slide, we said mo is not used in negative sentences. That is not a generalization. Let me explain. In A va B thus, A is a noun, B may be a noun or adjective, thus is the verb. In Japanese, thus is not really a verb, it's called a copula. It's an identifier. The particle mo is not to be used only in sentences with negative identification. When there is no copula, or in other words, no identification is involved, the negative sentences may also use mo. When mo is used after one noun only in a positive sentence, it means also or to. There is a contrast here. When mo follows multiple nouns, the context becomes different and the meaning is slightly different. We will discuss that in a later slide. In negative sentences, when mo is used after one noun, it means either. Either is a British pronunciation. Americans say either. Consider this sentence. Benkyo mo shinakata desho. Benkyo means studies. Shinakata is the past tense of shinai. Shinai is the negative of suru. You know, suru is the plain form of shimas. Shinakata means did not do. Desho is an indication of expectation. Literally, this means Benkyo also did not do, I expect. You is implied. The translation is, you did not do your studies either, did you? The context implied is one of finding that the listener did not do the first of multiple things. For example, a mom returns home from shopping and finds a kid at home has not consumed the beverage she gave before leaving. She had asked the kid to drink the beverage and finish the homework. She finds the kid is watching TV. What do you expect her to say? Benkyo mo shinakata desho. You didn't do your studies either, did you? The speaker finds the listener has not done one activity, so she expects the listener may not have done the second activity also. So, mo is appropriate. In this context, though it's a negative sentence, mo is used, but the meaning is either. In an earlier lesson, we found three words used to join a series of nouns. These are to, ya, and ka. We have seen that to means and it is used with a string of nouns which is complete. He also said ya means and also, implying the list of nouns is incomplete. Ka means are. The incomplete list can also use mo instead of ya. However, there is a condition. While ya does not follow the last of the nouns when it is used with the string of nouns, mo has to follow every noun. Recall what we said in the previous slide. When mo follows a single noun, the meaning differs from the situation where it follows multiple nouns. We will explore this further. Consider the first sentence. It is an application with ya. Ringo ya RNGO kaimashita. Ringo is apple, RNG is orange, kaimashita means bought. We bought apples and also oranges. Use of ya implies this is an incomplete list and there are other things as well. There were two nouns here. Ya followed only the first noun and not the second noun. If mo is used in place of ya, it must follow every noun. Look at the next two sentences. Ringo mo, RNG mo, kaimashita. I bought both apples and oranges. Ringo mo, RNG mo, kaimasan deshita. I bought neither apples nor oranges. Mo in such applications must be repeated after every noun in the sequence. When only two nouns are there, in a positive sentence, it means both and. In a negative sentence, it means neither nor. How would it appear if you had only one mo following the first noun? The first sentence would appear like Ringo mo RNGO kaimashita. It sounds as if one Mr. Ringo also bought oranges. One could get the impression that I bought oranges and Mr. Ringo also bought oranges. The use of mo after every noun avoids this sort of confusion. We saw the A, Va, B, C, Mo, B structure. B was the same in this case. The same logic can also be used with Ga, as in A, Ga, B and C, Mo, B. The second statement implies C, Ga, B. With Va, the example is Watashiwa mimashita. Baru-san mo mimashita. I saw and Mr. Babu also saw. With Ga, the subject gets the focus. Gurin-san ga kita. Jane-san mo kita. Mr. Green came. Mrs. Jane also came. Or Mrs. Jane came too. Understand the context here. Let us say someone asked me who all had come to an event. In the answer, it is obvious that the names of the people who came is the one that needs focus. Ga provides that. Since more people came, I can talk about one more person who also came using mo. The emphasis continues to be on the subject in the second sentence also. In such use, the mo in the second sentence is equivalent to ga as per the context. So, mo also lays emphasis on the subject as if we had said Jane san ga kita. In lesson number 45, we saw ga can replace object marker o in some context. These were with Thai form verbs and potential verbs. Mo can also replace object marker o, but it does not require a special category of the verb for such an application. It requires the verb associated with two such objects and the rest of the context to be the same. See this example. Coca-Cola wo katta. Pepsi mo katta. Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola. Pepsi is Pepsi. Both are transliterations. Katta means bought. It is a plain past tense of cow, to buy. The verb is the same in both sentences. So, we can infer a new structure from this. Statement A, noun, O, B, verb, followed by statement C, noun, O, B, verb, can be expressed as A, O, B and C, O, B. When the verb is same, in the second sentence, O is replaced by mo. The meaning is, I bought A, I bought C too. Various other particles such as they, ni, etc. can also combine with the particle mo, as in de mo, ni mo, etc. A caution here, the combination of de followed by mo is different from the single word demo. The later means but or however when followed by a sentence. It also means or something when it follows a noun. Our concern here is particle mo that follows particle de and particle ni. See the following examples. Teribi demo mimashita. Teribi is television. Mimashita means saw. Teribi de mimashita would mean you saw it on TV. Demo makes it on TV too, on television too. I saw it on television too. It implies you saw it on something else before seeing it on television. Maybe you saw it directly and now it is on TV, or you saw it on the internet and now it is on TV. Next sentence. Keiko-san ni mo aimashita. I met Miss Keiko too. We used ni mo here. Avu is to meet. Aimashita means met. Keiko-san ni aimashita would be a simple statement implying you met Miss Keiko. Ni mo indicates the addition of to and implies there was a meeting with someone else as well. Randan ye mo ikitai desu. This sentence uses e mo. E is a direction particle meaning to. Ikitai is a Thai form verb, want to go. Randan is London, the capital of UK. I want to go to London too. Nakamura-san kara mo tegami wo moraimashita. Tegami means letter. Morao means to receive. Moraimashita means received. I received letter from Mr. Nakamura too. Mo followed kara, a particle meaning from. Now look at the last sentence, where the mo has been shifted to the next position, replacing object marker o. What does this sound like to you? Do you get the sense it means letter also instead of Mr. Nakamura also? The previous sentence implied you received letters from more than one person and Mr. Nakamura-san was one of them. The second implied you received many forms of communication from Mr. Nakamura and the letter was one such mode of communication. Mr. Nakamura told on phone about his travel plan. Now he has sent it in writing through a letter also. If you started feeling the changing sense of the application intuitively, you are through. Let us now combine applications 3 and 6. In application 3, we saw mo can be used for a string of nouns and follows every one of them. In application 6, we saw mo can combine with particles such as de and ni, etc. The first example here is with de mo. Restaurant de mo, kisatan de mo, kohi wo nomimashita. Restaurant is a restaurant. Kisatan is a coffee shop. Both at the restaurant and at the coffee shop, I drank coffee. The application is a both at A and at B kind of structure. Look at the second example. This uses ni mo. Getsuyobi ni mo, kayobi ni mo, Tokyo ni imasu. Getsuyobi is Monday, kayobi is Tuesday. Both on Monday and Tuesday, I'll be in Tokyo. The structure is both and. Just as mo followed every noun, the combination of they and ni also followed every one of the words they applied to. We have seen question words dare, doko and nani, etc. These are used with the addition of ka at the end of the sentence to form questions that start with who, where and what. Ka can also be used immediately after these question words, as in dare ka, doko ka and nani ka. In this context, ka gives the meaning of some, as in someone, somewhere and something respectively. The question particle ka can still be used at the end of the sentence to form questions. Just as we added ka immediately after the question words, we can also add mo immediately after the question words to form dare mo, doko mo and nani mo. This gives a sense opposite to the one obtained by adding ka. The combination of mo with these questions gives the meaning of no or not any. These form negative answers or statements. Dare ka means someone, but dare mo means no one or not anyone. Doko ka means somewhere, but doko mo means nowhere or not anywhere. Nani ka means something, but nani mo means nothing or not anything. We got the general idea. Now let us look at specific examples. Dare mo ikimasen deshita. No one went. Dare mo yobimasen. I shall invite no one. I shall not invite anyone. Yobu means to call or invite. Dare ni mo aimasen deshita. I did not meet anyone. Doko ni mo ikimasen deshita. We did not go anywhere. Nani mo shirimasen. I don't know anything. Nani mo tabemasen. I will not eat anything. Even though we had question words, these are not questions, but all of these are negative sentences. The questions can be formed by the addition of ka, the question particle, at the end of the sentences. Itsu is a time-related question word. Though it's a question word, its combination with mo, which gives itsumo, is not used in the negative forms. Itsumo means always, and it is always used in positive forms. Here's an example. Itsumo rokuji ni okimasu. I always get up at 6 o'clock. Mo is also used to emphasize a count. Number n in any counter form plus mo implies as many as n in that counter form. The equivalence of mo to mean as many as is a way of emphasizing. An example of a sentence will be Yonkai mo Tokyo ye itakota ga arimasu. Yon is 4. Yonkai is the kai counter. This counter is also used for the number of times. Yonkai mo will be the form to emphasize as many as 4 times. This sentence means visited Tokyo as many as 4 times. We saw many examples of mo. The meaning is to or also Eva bidas, simo bidas is one structure where B is common. It could also have been Yega bidas and simo bidas, ga replacing ba. In each case, the mo would impart the emphasis to the subject C just as ga did to A. Diva bideva varimasan is a negative sentence with a copula and hence mo is not used. Be can be a verb also. If the be in both sentences is the same, mo can replace the o in the second sentence. We saw an example with the negative form. Ye mo shinakarta desho. Here the mo meant either. There is no copula in this. It had a negative verb. Mo followed a single noun. That is the context. Mo could also follow many nouns like the particle ya does, but it has to follow every one of them. Ringo mo, RNG mo, kaimashita. Here the meaning is both and. Ringo mo, RNG mo, kaimasan deshta. Here the meaning is neither nor. Mo also combines with other particles such as de, ni, kara, a, etc. With question words like dare, doko and nani, mo forms negative sentences with the meaning no or not any. These were not questions but statements. We also looked at some exceptions such as itsu mo, that meant always. Though itsu is a question word related to time, it did not form negative sentences. It was always used in positive sentences. That brings us to the end of lesson number 46. I covered the occurrence of the subject marker mo in this lesson. I hope this provided you enough clarity. The next few lessons will cover other particles. There was a general comment in a book suggesting that language learning happens in leaps. After covering some basic level, we need to consolidate our learning before we continue. This is like climbing Mount Everest in stages and camping for a short while before undertaking the next climb. This is the stage where I have parked the main course. I am going to focus on topics based on request for some time. That is how this focus on particles came to be. I am keen to hear about the next topic of discussion that you people need. Please make a comment in my YouTube channel so I can attend to this. Arigatou gozaimashita. Gambatte kudasai. Deva mata.